Hello viewers, welcome to Code for Any. SwiftUI taxi app drivers inside. Today we need to call this here the ride complete afters. Need to call this here the user ratings and driver ratings. Need to calling here the with API calls and to set this here the ratings. First of all, need to write down here the API calls API names inside the globe files. Need to go inside the common UI and to select this here the globe files. And now need to write down here the globe structures inside. Need to write down here the static let sv and to give this here the name ride rating is equal to API URL plus we need to write down here the ride like this. We need to write down here and to fix this here the typo like this. We need to call this here the API names. We need this here and to call API in the user run rides view models inside. We need to call this here the API. Now we need to go inside the view model folders and to select this here the user run ride view models now. And now need to create here the new folders. Now need to create here the function and to write down here the API user rating. No needs here the parameters because we need to already define inside the tops rating parameters. Need to give this here the rate here user rate like this. Give here. Now need to set here the by defaults like this sets here. And now need to developing here the API. First of all, need this here the API calls. Need to write down here the service call dot post methods and to pass this here the parameters. And we need to set here parameters as a parameter in its dictionary. And now need to pass here parameters. And now need to give this here the service name globes dots sv user ride rating response and to error message like this. Need to get here. First of all, now need to self dot error message. Need to write down here. Need to pass here the errors dot localized descriptions. If not gets, then to write down here msg dot l and self dot show errors. Need to write down here the true like this. Need to needs here. Now need to first of all need to check this here response objects is equal to response objects. Need to check here optionals to set here the if let like here. And now need to check here the status if request object value for key. And we need to give this here the key status key dot status is equal to as string. Give this here the blank equal to 1, then means successfully submitted your API response. And we need to show this here the self dot is alert backs. We need to set here true because after giving ratings we need to back this here the screen. That's why I need to call this here after alert okay backs. We need to true sets here. Now need to show this here the error message means success message. Need to show. Need to write down here the message is equal to response object value for key. And we need to write down here the key dot message. We need to show here as string msg success and self dot show errors. We need to set here true. Now need to copy here paste this here. Now need to write down here the change here the files like this. Need to write down here the rating API. Need to calling here. Now need to write down here the action buttons and to call this here the functions action and to give this here the rating. And now need to call this here the API user ratings and to pass here the parameters. Need to call here set here the booking ID is equal to colons is equal colon booking ID colons self dot write object value for key and to pass this here the booking ID and options need to get this here the blank. Then after need to rate parameters need to pass this here the rating is equal to need to give this here the string packet inside need to pass this here the self dot rate users and another parameters here the comments here not making here the UI that's why need to pass this here the blank comments need to calls inside the API like this we need to calling here's now need to copy here these lines and to paste inside the driver my rights view run view models now need to go here and to paste this here the actions and also need to copy here the API calls copy here's and need to paste this here's after the cancel rights need to set here's and to write down here the driver rating copy here's and to change this here the function names like into making here's and now we need to call this here the functions first of all now need to go and to find out here the rate pop-ups need to need this here's and to give this here the rvm dots actions rating we need to call here's and already make shorts we need to give this here the rates here on tab we need to change this here and to click this here the buttons same as now need to give go here the driver run rights view run trip view now go and we need to call this here the API rvm dot action ratings and now need to also make shorts here the alerts inside need to write down here the back copy this back alerts and we need to showing here's set here's same like and also same as need to configures inside the user run trips now need to find out here's alert and to paste this here's like here's and now we need to make sure API inside the appends here the is token API set here true to forget create times that's why now puts here's also need to set here's like here's now need to runs one by one apps first of all need to run here the user app iPhone 15 means user apps and iPhone 15 Pro means driver apps now one apps are the build and run here same as now need to run here the other apps now builds and now need to both apps are the links here and first of all now need to books one rights and to complete this rights and then after need to give this here the ratings now select here the drop off locations of the pins like this you need to set here and now need to click on continue and to get this here the rights now need to click on send and now here gets here the driver's apps inside the request now need to accept here and then after you need to show here the arrive status need to click once and to use the notify need to get this here and to change this here the UI now need to click on starts and to enter this here the OTP 7257 like this need to enter here the OTP and to write here the startings and then after need to click on completes now need to not enter any tools need to click on done and now need to complete this rights now need to select here the ratings select give this here the 5 rates for the drivers given the users now need to give this here the rates and thank you for the ratings and to API call successfully need to get and to back this screens same as now need to accept or no need to showing here the pop-ups, and to give this here the rates as a 3. Now need to set here for the user give the rates drivers, need to write down here the 3 stars. Then now to submit here and thank you for ratings. So need to opening here and back the screens again. So need to go inside the home screen. This like we need to give this here the user ratings and driver ratings. We need to API calls and to calling here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any questions, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.